So let's take a look at Cubase 7. This is the first time that I've taken a proper look at it. So what I've done is I've loaded up one of my previous projects. So this is like a work in progress thing. It's a rough tracks record thing for the future. And it's not finished, but I want to see if I can find my way around this. I haven't looked at the manual or anything. So literally you're going to discover it at the same time as me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play it and see how things are. Just going to check the mixer. Right, so I'm going to do the F3. Okay. Right, I've seen the screenshots of this so far, but I wasn't really expecting this. Let me just try something. So if you remember Cubase, it used to look a bit like this in terms of the fact that the mixer channels are quite short. So certainly the meters. Now you can take them really high up. Wow. Now it's glitching a bit because it's a hefty project and I've got ScreenFlow recording the screen and the mic and everything at the same time. So you're going to hear a little bit of glitching every now and again. Even as an experienced user of Cubase, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed at the moment, but I'm going to find my way around this. Let's take a look over here. Right, so I've got the organ soloed. This is coming from the Korg M1. Wow. Okay, so this is the edit channel strip settings. Where do I start? I mean, I can see the spectrum analyzer here. That's handy. Can I pick up something here? Wow, here we go. Now this is impressive. Good first impressions. What happens here? Tape saturation or tube saturation? I can't see. Ah, here we go. Channel strip. Right, I'm going to put the other earbud in and have a listen. This is, I mean, you might have checked my other video recently about that whole kind of rough, raw kind of drum sound video. So we're looking at using saturation. So I'm diving straight into this tape saturation and we'll see how this sounds on the organ. Whoa. Do you know what? That's a world of difference. An absolute world of difference. It's adding a whole new personality to that organ. Compressor, vintage. Let's have a look. So you can see the gain reduction occurring now. Okay, liking the sound of that. I'm getting a little bit of glitching on the audio, which is to be expected, like I said, because it's quite a heavy project. Let me just have a look. I am using the built-in audio, so that's something else to bear in mind. And I'm going to bring this over here, 512. Let me take this up to 1024, give it a little bit more breathing space. If I was playing the keys and stuff, this means that I'll get latency, so that's a time delay after I push the key and the sound comes back. But because I've got the musical elements up and running here, I'm not concerned with that. So let's see if that's given me a little bit more leeway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if this still works as, right, no, this is the one, so bypass everything. So let's have a listen before and then after. So yeah, it's pushed the level up, but it sounds so much more interesting. Let me bring the level down here on that tape saturation. So reducing the output means I'm just turning down the volume post tape saturation, so the drive is still there, it's adding that character. Just bring the volume down. Now this is a really good first impression. I'm really liking this. One of the things that I've got excited about when I saw the screenshots is the whole concept that this is starting to feel like going back to hardware. You know, I was brought up on hardware mixing desks, and a lot of the software in recent years has started veering away from looking like hardware, and so this is going back towards hardware, and I'm really feeling that this is the way forward. Certainly for a lot of the older guys like me, I'm really liking this. Now I don't really know what else to do at the moment. I'm just going to play around. So if the organ is soloed here, I'm just going to come up. Okay, right. Click on strip. Right, so channel strip. This is where we were before. Now this is looking good. I like this idea. Let me see. Let's come back on here. Routing. I'm not sure what's going on here at all. I've really got to try and spend some time with this. So the reason why that's not showing up is because these things aren't engaged, I think. So if I click on that, click on that, click on that. I mean, look at that. It's starting to look like a, yeah, it reminds me of the SSL. And I know propeller heads have done this sort of thing. It may have been an influence, but I think what's happening here with Cubase 7 is that it's implemented in a better, more professional way. That's how it's feeling to me. Wow. So I've got, this is starting to look like a proper mixer. Let me see what's going on with that. Okay. I think what I'm going to need to do is to bring the sequencer back. Can't remember when the bass came in. Just going to forward that. Here we go. So I'm trying to get some reaction from that vintage compressor. There we go. What's this? Oh, envelope shaper. Wow, can you hear that? If I increase the attack, it's adding a real percussive bite to the front of the sound. If I do that, I better bring the gain, the output level down. So that's with it on, and then off. Interesting. For me, that's bringing it out a little bit too much, so that's not what I was after really with that organ bass, so I'll leave that there. Let me see how the compressor sounds. Just going to back off a bit on that input. Just going to forward it. Okay, what I'm going to do, I just want to see what we've got in terms of plugins on. Okay, yeah, right, so limiter on the master here. I'm going to see how that works. So it's on. It says here maximizer, optimize. Let's see how that works. No, it's too much. It's too much. Let me bring that down. Mix amount. I'm going to take that to 100%. I'll slowly bring in the optimizer. Now actually that's feeling a little bit oversaturated. It may be because of what I've got going on beforehand. So I've got some inserts that I was working with before, including magnetic, right, which is a plugin you guys know that I like. I'll take that off, see how it feels without that. Feels at the moment that that maximizer needs a little bit of a gentle touch. It doesn't really feel like it's the sort of thing I want to crank up on here on the whole mix. Possibly that could be used for individual channels, I'm not sure, but you know, I'll have to spend some time with it. Okay, so that's good, that's good. I wonder how the saturation would sound over the whole track. I'm going to see how that feels actually. Take the maximizer off, and let me just drop this down and see. Oh, look. So we got brick wall limiter. So let's say discard. Let's try this, because I want to try the saturation over the whole mix. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, that's sounding cool. What I want to do is see if I can bring up the settings for this. Let's keep that. I'm wondering if we can use the E to bring up the channel strip settings. Right, brick wall limiter. Just wonder if I got a bit more feedback in terms of the amount of gain reduction. So it's still like 5 segments of an LED, but it's wider, so it's a bit clearer there. Let's have a listen. Okay, that's interesting. Now, let me see on the left-hand side. Bypass. What's the EQ position? Double click. Does that do anything? Ah, maybe that's relative to the other plugins. That's good. So you can adjust the position of the EQ. Inserts. I haven't checked this out yet. Let me have a look. What have we got? Okay, so if I wanted to find like one of my Korg effects MDE, there we go. That's fast. I like it. Good way to search for plugins. Interesting. So if I want to bypass, yeah, I've done that already. The original magnetic, let's bring this back. Okay, so that's cool. And do you know what this is? There's so much here. The mixer really does seem as if it's going to take a bit of time to get to know. That's not a bad thing. Just want to have a look around here. So what's routing? Now is this to do with groups and stuff like that? Yeah, so you can route stuff to groups. So if I was to create a group channel track, then that's how I'd actually do that. This is very, very interesting. Strip EQ. Let me just bring up the EQ again. So was it here? Okay, it's like a minimized version of the EQ. What do we get if we do here? Right, presets. Double click, it minimizes it. But I want to see that channel strip again, like with the EQ information. There we go, equalizer. All right, let me just play. So the spectral analyzer on there. Let's pick this up. Okay, so low is here. Oh, right, wait a second. So the low cut is LC. Turn on, 20 Hertz, roll up. Interestingly, we don't get to see the low cut being displayed on here. You can hear it for sure. Yeah, because you can see a little bit of a rumble down here on the organ. So if I take that, it's got maybe about 150. Go to the right, oh, here we go. So that's cleaning it up. the low end has been taken out. It sounds a little bit too much there, so let me take this back a bit. Okay, it's hard to tell without doing it on proper speakers, to be honest, but that's cool. So look, let me take the mixer off. I mean, you can see the project window is a lot different, there's no doubt. You know, it's looking really really smooth. Just going to bring this key editor over here. Very clear. I do like the new color scheme. It's looking great, really nice. The MIDI editing of Cubase has always been one of its strong points, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff that's come through, and I really haven't had any time to even read through all of the new things. So what I'm going to need to do is spend some time with this over the next few weeks. I mean, we've got got Christmas coming up, so I've got some time off so I could take a look, and what I'll do is I'll see if there are certain things that I think are really good that you guys want to check out, and I'll do some videos on them. Cubase, I mean Steinberg themselves, they've put together a really good series of instructional videos. I don't see there's any point in me trying to cover all of those kind of aspects, you know, the basics and showing you how to do stuff, teaching you how to use the application. I think it's much better for me to just pick out things that are relevant to making club music, you know, underground club music, and if there are any particular things that I think you guys will want to know about, I'll do it. Also, you know, make sure you feedback on the video, whether it's on my Facebook, so that's facebook.com/Danny J Lewis page, or Twitter, so that's Danny J Lewis, all one word, or on the video, of course, on the bottom of this video. So just put down in the comments if there are things that you would like me to take a look at, just let me know, and I'll feedback on that. And yeah, I'm trying to keep on top of comments and stuff like that these days on the channel, so let's see how it goes. All right, so that's it for the moment. I can see I've got a lot to learn. There's no doubt about that. It's a very impressive looking piece of software. The mixer, for sure, is it really does seem to be a big highlight for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to spending a lot more time with this, and I've basically connected up a large monitor in order to do this, because you know, my little 13-inch MacBook Pro screen does feel maybe it might be a little bit claustrophobic. I loaded it up very briefly this morning, and I could see stuff, but I'm just feeling, you know, it's better with this is a 1080p monitor, which means the video itself is going to be at 1080p instead of the usual. So yeah, it's all good. And yeah, for you Cubase users, I think the most significant reason to upgrade at the moment is this mixer, and it's looking really good. In terms of the sound quality, it was sounding great on these little earbuds. What I'd want to do is to check it all out on speakers and do like a proper mix. You know, that would be a really important aspect in terms of confirming what it's like. And you know, I need to check out some of the other features. I'm going to go on the Cubase site and read up on what's new, because I don't think there's any like new instruments or anything like that. I'm not sure, I might be wrong. I think it's more about editing functions, tools like the chord tool and stuff like which I'm going to really, you know, I want to check that out. So anyway, I'm rambling. It's been a long day, and I just wanted to get this in because I'm going to be busy the next few days. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and make sure, if you haven't done, to subscribe, because there's something coming up in the next few weeks that I think a lot of people might be interested in. So I'm not going to say anything else at the moment, but something that I'm going to be introducing on this channel. Okay, all right, that's it for me, and I'll speak to you soon.